I've just had a nice long chat with one of my oldest friends from primary school. But you know, it's nice just sitting. I haven't showed you this room properly yet. You often see me film in this room. I call it the grey room because of the grey walls. But this is a room that is pretty much just for me. Nobody really comes in here. It's calm, you know, it's calm, it's chilled, it's got a nice vibe about the place. It's like a sanctuary, you know. If I need to relax and just almost block out the world, this is where I come. I have my bookcases here in this room, a nice reading chair, so I'll come and sit quietly. My altar is here. I will show you that. I store my tarot cards in this room. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll put it on ever so low. But this is some Armenian music. I find it really relaxing. You know, I meditate here. Music like this, I can feel energy rushing through me. It's a great feeling. Just to sit, because I think we forget just to sit and just to be at times, you know. Everything's so hectic all the time, day to day. Just sit and be at peace. We often forget the importance of taking time out from our schedules and just allowing ourselves to exist without guilt, without pressure. It's giving and allowing us time and space to just be ourselves. Every day we've got so much input coming from all different angles, and at times it's so exhausting. I don't look after myself as much as I spiritually should. And that's maybe why I suffer with some health problems. I think within the tarot community, we forget that by working with divination, we are expending a lot of our own personal energy. Now, if we're expending a lot of our own personal energy, we are also taking in a lot of other people's energy, which can be a fabulous thing, but it also has some negative aspects, especially when we are not aware that we're taking in this energy. I have had experiences throughout my life where I have become extremely overwhelmed just with life in general. Which, I'm going to tell you something which I've not really spoke about. This overwhelmed feeling led to a psychiatric diagnosis, which is a long-term diagnosis. My mental health is very well, thank you. But what I have to do is ensure that I am level, you know, I'm balanced. And yeah, part of that is ensuring that I am not taking on crap. You know, I have to look after myself too. I can give and give and give, but I have to look after me. I have to look after Leanne too. Because if I don't look after me, the consequences aren't very nice. From another perspective, when I don't look after myself, I actually physically feel a bit rocky. My head, I can feel tension pounding in my head. Anxiety consumes me, as does guilt. Guilt is a strange emotion, and this morning I woke up feeling very guilty. I've been feeling guilt about overspending. Now, my bills are paid, there's food in the cupboards. It's fine, but I have been feeling guilt. This general discomfort that I've experienced over the last week is building. So that is a sign to me that I need to sit, calm, centre myself. I was out with the dogs yesterday. Out in nature. And as I was walking along the stream with trees, lots of greenery, the birds were singing, well, chirping. It hit me just how ungrounded I actually am, and how ungrounded I've been for a long time now, which in some ways is a bit of a shock, you know, because I have still been working on my spiritual self, but admittedly it's not been my priority. At the moment I'm feeling very, very open. I get this sometimes. I'm feeling really, really intuitive, really in the zone. So I'm relying on instinct a lot more, feeling energies. I've also been helping people out emotionally a lot more of late. But anyway, it really hit me that I need to make sure that I am grounded, especially working in close contact with other people. Now, that is either from a physical perspective or from an emotional perspective. I find this sort of music almost trance-like. But this is the sort of thing I do to make sure I'm centered and grounded. I sit. I chill. I just sit here. I don't necessarily sit in any sort of position. You know, I don't sit with sort of one leg behind my head and do anything sort of fancy. I just sit. I just sit in a way that's comfortable for me. For me, it happens to be, as I'm sat now, with just legs crossed. When I'm feeling like this, I fall into sort of meditation very easily. And if you meditate or sit still for a long time, you can become very uncomfortable. I visualise energy coming down all around me. It doesn't have to be any colour. It can be whatever colour you choose. Some people get hung up, oh, it must be white, it must be purple. What colour do you want it to be? It doesn't matter if Jane up the road says it should be this way, or Barbara down there says it should be that way. It's about you. What works for me might not work for you. As it happens, I imagine light coming all down all over me. Imagine I'm connected from my crown up real high up to the universe, and below I'm connected to the earth. That centres me. Where I live is really quite beautiful. The landscape is really quite beautiful anyway. No, surrounding me are mountains. No, there's lots of green, there's lots of trees, there's lots of open spaces. And it's nice just to walk along by the stream. You hear the trickling of water. I find that grounding. I also found it very grounding when my dog literally pulled me over. But it's another way to ground yourself. Get deep into the dirt, walk barefooted and on the earth, you know. When you go to the beach, I love the feeling of sand between your toes. I focus on my breath. It's sometimes difficult because you can probably hear that I have sinus problems. That's why I always sound like I have a cold. But breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I'm exaggerating it because I'm filming for you. Breathe in through your nose. Take a full breath. Feel your stomach expand out. Then release. Your stomach goes back down.